Morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
This is an incredibly complex situation, as you well know, but the bottom line question the White House is facing right now is, should the U.S. intervene and get involved? What's your view of that?
I think we have to do something. You have to stop and slow their momentum. And you have to remember who we're dealing with. This is an up-close and personal look at what the whole al-Qaeda political aim is, and that's to gain ground, hold it, institute Sharia law, the very tough Muslim brand of legal enforcement that puts women back in the house, means that women can't come out of the house without a male escort. I mean, this is as bad as it gets. And we've seen them fight in other places. That's why this is so dangerous, Savannah. This is not just about Iraq for them. It's about the Levant all across the Middle East. It's about Syria. It's about other places as well.
Well, let me pick up on that because, you know, there are a lot of people watching this who are very war-weary in this country, and they think it's awful what's happening. There's this sectarian divide, and they are fighting each other. Can you explain why it is in America's interest to intervene?
Yeah, this is an al-Qaeda offshoot. So this was a group that actually fought with some other al-Qaeda elements because they wanted to be more aggressive outside of their boundaries, outside of Iraq. And so it's dangerous because if you believe al-Qaeda is still planning operations, they are. If you believe that this group wants to do terrorist activities outside of the area, including Europe and the United States, they do. And so you can't just allow them to get safe haven. And they're getting stronger by the day. They're getting weapons. They're getting money. That gives them huge swaths of land to train al-Qaeda operatives to come over to the United States or Europe or somewhere else. So the whole goal of our counterterrorism plans in the past has been deny them safe haven, continue to disrupt their operations for external to the area of which they operate.
But how deeply should the U.S. get involved? I mean, it's not a simple matter of just coming in, doing a few airstrikes and being done with it. I mean, I think the question is, if you take one step toward intervention, how far in are you?
Well, again, I think we have lots of options before. There's nobody talking about putting troops on the ground. I think people should understand that completely. But there are lots of options. There's, you know, one of the things that so many of us said, be careful about just an unconditional pullout, is because you need to give their soldiers, their troops, enough time to season, to harden, to get their command and control down, to get their effectiveness up. So the important thing here is, can we disrupt the momentum that you see on the battlefield today, which is taking Mosul, huge problem for Iraq, I argue huge problem for the United States. These are al-Qaeda-minded individuals. They would kill Americans in a heartbeat. And so we need to disrupt that momentum. I think there are some interim steps that we can take, including possible air support for operations in Iraq. And there are intelligence packages and robust training of certain types of forces that we can do very quickly to get them back into the fight and trying to turn the tide of what is really al-Qaeda moving out and holding more ground than we've ever seen them hold. That's dangerous.
It is a dangerous situation indeed. Chairman Mike Rogers, always good to have you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Savannah.